Alright now, y'all. Look, if y'all hear a motor going on in the back, that's just my fan back here. It's hot as hell in here. The springtime is definitely here. The presence of the Lord is here. I feel it in the atmosphere. The presence of the Lord is here. Okay. Now look, y'all. I was talking to one of my best friends, Faith. Shouts out to Faith. Sunset Noir. She's a NOLA girl now. Get drunk as a Cooter Brown. Shouts out to Sunset. Sunset Noir. Follow her YouTube channel. That's Sunset. That's SUNSET Noir, and that's NOIR. Type in Sunset Noir on YouTube, darling. You'll find her channel. Subscribe to her channel. She's awesome. She's stunning. She's intelligent. She's that woman. That what? That woman. Okay. She's a NOLA girl now. NOLA, baby. Okay. So, this is RuPaul's Drag Race, darling. Now, look. I've also mentioned her because I was talking to her. And, I was, like, taking down some notes, while talking to her. So, it may be some stuff that I'd have missed or so. But we're gonna work it on now. I pretty much know everything that happened. So we good. Anyway, the juiciest part of the episode was them Untucked anyway, child. So we can, we could skip straight to Untucked, but I'm not gonna do that. Okay. So who got eliminated last week? Last week, Scarlet and Yvie got eliminated. RHOA O'Hara, child. RHOA wanted to spray down that thing. She was just like, oh, well, goodbye. A lot of girls relied on pretty. A lot of girls think it's about them, etc., etc. Obviously, whatever's been going on behind the scenes, or just how some people have came off, or whatever that went on between the girls, it's definitely a thing of, they're like taking it to heart or whatever. Because, a lot of stuff what she said about Scarlet was personal, which is why she didn't really care that Scarlet got sent home. Obviously we can tell that RHOA was not close to Miss Scarlet. And unfortunately, it seemed like a lot of girls was not close to Scarlet. Now, I've watched it lip sync between them many times. Personally, did Scarlet do a little bit better than RHOA in the lip sync? Yes, she did. And if anything else, if you were going to keep RHOA, I felt like I said last week, they should have kept Scarlet too. But that's not how things shook out. I don't know. I don't run the show. I'm not one of the producers, etc., etc. I don't know what you want me to do. So, yeah, it's unfortunate, but it happened. The girls were just like, dang, sis, really? You gonna do that or whatever? Whoop to whoop. So the girls sit down and talk. They have a little moment. Who got into it? Well, who started talking, child? I think, Plastique had something to say. RHOA was talking. They had something to say, child. I told y'all I was in and out of watching this. Don't put so much pressure on me. I have to do a lot at one time. I'm not good at multitasking. I'm trying. I really am. Don't pressure me like that. Don't do that to me. Okay, so anyway, so that happened. What was a little mini challenge, child? It was something stupid. It was something about some titties. And the girls had a good old sack race, child, and just bouncing titties or whatever. Who ended up winning the challenge was Nina West and Sugar Cain. Now, mind you, RHOA, she had a lot to say at the beginning of the episode. She was just like, a lot of these girls are relying on pretty. A lot of these girls, are fading to the background. Sugar Cain, a lot of these girls are coming out with the same ensembles and nobody says anything, which is true. And definitely after watching this episode, I definitely see the frustration. I definitely see with my own two eyes a lot of stuff that's going on. I definitely see that there are certain girls that can get away with certain things and certain girls that cannot. Like, for instance, they will, the Brooklyn can slip, Plastique can slip, and it's not a big issue. It's not. But let even maybe Yvie, you know, but let who shall let a Raja slip, let a Nina West maybe even slip, let a Vanjie slip, let a Silky slip, and it's an issue. And tonight I actually liked the look, Akeria's look. Now the shoulder pads was a little much, but I like the overall effect. I was getting it, but they read Akeria down. And I thought they all, you know, not that everybody is subject for, you know, judgment and critique and all that. But, I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, you know. So it's definitely certain girls that, you know, it's I don't want to say it's favoritism. I don't want to say it's the editing. I don't really want to say what it is because I really don't know. But I do know just in life there are certain people that get breaks and certain people that don't. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. I ain't putting anything else out there. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know for sure. Whatever, what have you. Okay, so anyway, Sugah and Nina ended up winning the challenge, child. So the main challenge, the maxi challenge, was the girls had to get up in their best farmers inspired look. I believe they had all organic materials to use. Hay, they had fruit, candy, just all kinds of corn, whatever. They had all kind of, you know, actual real nature stuff to use for the farmers challenge. And so, you know, Rue, she don't have time to go around and talk to the girls all the time, but this time she went around and go talk to the girls. Let me see. I believe she talked to Brooklyn first. She talked to Brooklyn. She was just like, you know, she was like, I thought that she was going to be a big personality, etc. She was just like, you're kind of subdued and held back. And, you know, Brooklyn always brings it to the runway. But, you know, behind closed doors, she's kind of quiet and reserved. Akeria clocked her tea, said that she's one of those girls that, you know, she's reserved and quiet because she don't really like to be judged, etc., etc., put herself out there. I can definitely relate to that. I'm going to give y'all what y'all need on the runway. But behind the scenes, I'm going to chill out. And honestly, I need to focus because I'm trying to beat y'all. Okay? Like, we can be friends after the show. But, I mean, I get it. But, you know, yeah. So, you know, she was just like, I want you to open up and be silly and all that kind of stuff and have a fun side. So, I was like, all right. Who did it go to next shot? I think, whatever. I think it went to Plastique next. You know, they were talking and Plastique, Rupaul noticed that Plastique was kind of holding it back some and, you know, just stop being pretty. Who is the real Plastique? She started busting out crying and she was talking about that she comes from a strict Vietnamese household. And, you know, there's a lot, you know, I always say all the time, it's not in every situation, but in most situations, it's definitely hard being gay and of color at the same time, for sure. Because a lot of folks just ain't having it. It's just, it's a culture thing. It's a religion thing. You know, it's people try to throw God up in there. God ain't gonna be pleased. And, like, God pleased with the fact that you cheating on your wife every other night, but okay. So, you know, she started talking about that, how her family don't really support her, don't really know that she does drag, all that good stuff. It's not good, but y'all know what I'm trying to say. And I was just like, oh Lord, Father God. Now, Rue, she was also going around asking all the girls who they think should be eliminated. And now she asked Brooklyn. Brooklyn said just based on the competition and based on how many times they've been in bottom, she said Raja. I was like, okay, I guess that's fair. Yeah, Raja has been in the bottom the most. You know, whether she deserved it or be not, whether she thinks she deserved it or not, whether we think she deserved it or not, she was there. So it happened. It's the show. Whatever. I was like, okay, that's a safe answer for Brooklyn to say Raja. What else happened? So did she? No, Plastique was in the bottom group. So she asked Plastique. So, you know, RuPaul hugged Plastique, and it was a beautiful moment. Akeria, she went over to Akeria, you know, they was talking, having moments. Akeria said that she thinks that Brooklyn should leave. which I thought that was a bold move. And RuPaul was just like, oh, get rid of the competition. Akeria was just like, yeah. So it's just like, okay, Akeria, now we see your strategy source. Now, Akeria, if you be on RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars 5 or 6, now we know that you gon' Naomi Smalls the girls and get the good old competition out first. It's smart, but I mean, it's get ready for that hate mail. But okay, what else happened? Who else she went to? It was some girl she didn't went to. They didn't even give a Sugah Cain no camera time. My God. I originally, when I first saw, you know, the girls and met the girls and watched it, you know, terrible little interview they had with that little boy that was on there last week. I thought the Sugah Cain was gonna be a big personality, and maybe she is, but I mean, here you got so many loud hoes there. It's just like, what do you do? I mean, some days I'll jump in and join in, and other days I'll just sit back and chill out because I'm hungry and I'm ready to go. I'm ready to win, but I'm ready to go. So yeah. So she went to Silky, asked Silky. Now, mind you, all the girls could hear the conversation, I guess. So it really ain't private. RuPaul asked Silky who does she think should go home. Silky said that she think Yvie should go home because she hurt and she broke up and everybody got time for that. Now, Silk, that was mean. Yvie went over there. Ru went over there to ask Yvie who she thinks should go home. Yvie said Silky because she's very resistant to y'all critiques and stuff, in which she is. You can't tell Silky nothing. Silky, see, a lot of what Yvie says is correct. It's just bad timing. It's just like, girl, didn't nobody ask you what you think, though. Like, yes, you may tell a lot of truths, but I didn't ask you what you think, though. So it's just like, why are you talking in this moment? You know, it's Yvie's one of those people, say like if you are racing and you win the race. I mean, you lose the race. Yvie is that girl that right after you lose the race, you still trying to catch your breath. You still huffing and puffing, asking for some water. And, you know, low-key, you're mad that you just lost this race. Yvie is that girl that come right up to you and want to interview you. So how do you feel about the fact that you just lost the race? Well, what I feel like you could have done differently was, get your ass out of here. What you mean? I am tired. Are you serious? This is real bad timing. Ask me tomorrow after I done caught my breath, caught something to eat, and slept it off. Don't ask me nothing right now because you're going to get cussed out. That's Yvie. And it's just like, girl, I mean, we see you, we feel you, but sometimes just like, that's it. That's it. Just be quiet a little bit. But, so yeah, that happened. So, you know, they was being petty. You know, Silky was mad at Yvie. You know, because she felt like Yvie threw her under the bus and, you know, was being shady. And she said that she tried to be cool with Yvie. And, you know, Yvie been saying stuff back and forth. And Vanjie also had a big issue with Yvie. It's just like, girl, it's a lot. Okay, what else happened? So we could just get to the runway. Now, I didn't know it was gonna be a little musical moment. I thought it was stupid, to be honest. But anyway, they all dressed up in their good old farmers get up. They came out in twos. Yvie was sitting down on the hay, talking. Now, mind you, side note, Yvie was really mad that Silky came for her, you know. And I understand that's something she can't help, her illness, etc., etc. But Yvie, the way that your mouth set up, don't nobody care because of how much crap you talk. It's like, girl, now they be done kicked you in the ankle, you be done thought they was wrong. Now, and I like Yvie, But I definitely see what a lot of the girls are saying. Just didn't nobody ask for it. Just like y'all ain't asking, you know, for these reviews, but I'm gonna give it to you. Cause I love you. I do. And y'all, I feel like y'all love me too. We are family. We are family. Okay, so anyway. So we get to the runways. I hated Nina's look. I like the wig. I like the makeup. I hated the look. Ina got a funny walk. Nina padded a little bit, but it was still a funny shape. Yeah. Akeria, like I said, she came out there. She was giving me Diane Carroll tease, giving a little dynasty moment. This blue jean ensemble with shoulder pads. Oh, Kandi Burruss was the guest host on this one. Brooklyn's look, I really liked it. It was old nasty little romper, blue jean romper. I did like it. I thought it was super cute, but it was simple. And it was all blue jean. Raja, she had on lilac pads. You know, they was tearing up a little bit. I didn't even notice it was tearing up. Like, I really liked the concept. She had made like this little corset number situation with no sleeves. Long green ponytail, you know. I liked it, but I didn't like it. I appreciated what was going on, just like Ross did, but the execution, you know, was a little not it. But it wasn't bad at all. What else? Plastique, you know, she came out. Apparently, Raja gave us some tea that Plastique had stole some of her bark. Raja was going to have all bark, and Plastique had stole some of her bark. So Plastique, you know, last week you was stealing Ariel's wigs, or 2 weeks ago, whenever, and think you owned all the wigs. Now you think you own all the bark. Now Plastique, you can't be stealing people's stuff now. Plastique, you don't look like you can fight. Plastique, you need to stop. What else? Vanjie's outfit was, I don't know, it looked like a worm or something was in her head. I didn't know what was going on. Who else, child? So many girls still. This was the best I felt like Sugah Cain looked. She said she was in a hurricane, etc. I like Sugah Cain's look. Everybody was going off on Sugah Cain's look last week. I didn't like it. I liked it more if she would have took the headpiece off. But most of Sugah Cain wigs, I'm noticing, I don't like her wigs. Yeah. What else happened? Who else still in the competition? Did I miss anybody? I'm sure I did. It don't matter. Silky. It was similar to her week 1 look. You know, cute little skirt, little top. You know, titties, stomach out. It was cute. I mean, it had candy all up. I thought it was cute. Yeah, it was cute to me. Anybody else? Okay. So the girls are, you know, deliberating backstage, Rudem giving their critiques and stuff. They liked the execution of Raja, but like I said, they hated the execution. They didn't like, you know, the look of it, etc., etc. You know, just based on the critiques, I already knew that Akeria for the second time was going to be in the bottom, and so was Raja, unfortunately. I kind of figured Raja was going home this week. Raja's a whole lot. She's a whole lot. But I think that Raja is super duper talented. Not saying the other ones aren't. They obviously are. But I'm just saying, I think that Raja is really talented. I think that Raja's just let a lot of feelings and a lot of other things, I think, like come into her head and kind of take the focus away from her, from the challenges and stuff. And you know, I imagine it's a lot on Drag Race. You're trying to find your voice. You're trying to show your stuff. You're trying to be liked at the same time by the audience. You're trying to throw the best shade in the confessionals. Like, you're trying to be memorable in some kind of way. You're trying to be extra confident but still humble so people will like you. It's a lot. And, you know, I'm sure it's a lot that's going through your head on Drag Race. So I think that helped with, you know, being caught up in, you know, a lot of stuff. And plus, similar to Silky, Raja's one of those girls that you can't really tell much to. They think they are it, the beginning and the end. So, you know, that can also help, you know, kind of bring you down a little bit in the competition as well. The fact that you don't, you know, you don't think you need to improve because you are that girl. And yes, you are that girl, but every girl needs improvement and needs help sometimes. I have to deal with that every single day. Sometimes I don't like to ask for help, don't want to ask for help. But instead of bringing the whole company down, I just go ahead and ask for help, child. But I mean, I don't want to see all y'all out the job, you know. So anyway, so yeah, they danced off the song Strut. Akeria killed it. Raja did good, but Raja, I felt like she was a little defeated after being in the bottom for so long. But she's been winning. But after being in the bottom two for so long, I think that Raja was tired. And this like the 5th or 6th times Raja's wig thing done came off and she had nothing on underneath. Now Raja, we sick of that hairpiece coming off and flopping off. Like, girl, what is going on? Get you some hair underneath or something, a cute little pixie wig or something. But you know, she took off the stem and you know, Akeria ended up staying like we figured. Not that Raja didn't do bad. Neither one of them did bad in the lip sync, but it was just Raja's time to go. You know, it'd be interesting after Raja done talked all that crap this week with Scarlet, you know. It'd be interesting to see what the girls say about her next week. Now let's get to Untucked. So the safe girls was Vanjie, Sugah, and Silky. They're sitting in the back talking. You know, Silky is upset with, you know, Yvie. The girls are sick of Yvie. Some of the girls, low key. But the girls who are not sick of Yvie is the girls that Yvie has not came for. So of course you wouldn't be sick of Yvie because she ain't came for you yet. Of course. People only care about things when it start to affect them. So, you know, Silky back there talking, she was just like, child, Yvie done wore that same. Oh, who ended up winning the challenge was Plastique, which I completely disagreed with. I was fine with either Brooklyn or Yvie winning, I guess. Honestly, I don't think any of them hoes did spectacular. But it has to be a winner for the challenge. But I mean, they was going on and on about Yvie's look, but I didn't get the infatuation. I mean, out of the three, Yvie, if the top three was Yvie, Plastique, and Brooklyn, I probably would have gave it to Brooklyn. But they didn't like Brooklyn in the challenge, in the little challenge. So I guess Yvie did better than both of them in the challenge. But yeah, I didn't see Plastique. I don't think that she should have won that challenge. The win, but this was just Plastique's week, child, to win everything. Clearly. Oh, by the way, Plastique's drag mother, the one and only Alyssa Edwards, came and instructed the girls on their runway walk, etc. It was cute. It was funny. We love Alyssa Edwards. So yeah, Silky said about Yvie, she said she been wearing that same dinosaur wig for 8 weeks now. 8 weeks now. Silky say some of the funniest stuff and she don't crack a smile. So funny. So, you know, the girls are back there talking, you know. Vanjie's feeling some kind of way about Yvie because, you know, Yvie, behind the scenes, she was just like, I love you so much and I'm so proud of you. But then on camera, she gonna come for Vanjie and say, you know, you need to work on your look in front of everybody. I don't like stuff like that either. Like, yeah. So, you know, all the girls, arrived back and let me see. Silky and Yvie like immediately get into it. You know, Yvie says that, you know, she'll pretty much never be friends with Silky. And, you know, her and Silky was going back and forth. Silky was trying to be nice and diplomatic at first. But then, you know, they just kept going back and forth. Yvie said that because I'm weird, because I'm different, you know, you ain't never liked me and never came for me, etc., etc. I mean, low key, I can see the Dream Girls, which is Silky, Ganche, and Akeria. I can see those girls kind of off in the corner, whispering, giggling. You know, I can see that for sure. Not saying they do that, but I can see them doing that. So yeah, you know, Yvie was coming for Silky, and Silky was coming back. She was just like, and you're gonna be in the bottom. Told Silky that, and Silky was just like, you know what? I hope I am in the bottom against you, so I can send your ass packing. I was like, dear God. Somebody said Sasha Velour was safe every week, and she ended up winning the competition. And Yvie gonna say Sasha Velour was talented. That's why. Now Yvie, Silky's talented. Now we're not gonna do that. You're talented as well, just in a different way. It just started to get very ugly. It started to get very ugly. You know, Brooklyn and Sugah, they just sitting back chilling. You know, they scared child, the colored girl showing out. They ain't know what to do. Plastique, she gets a message from her boyfriend who looks just like her, just with hair on his face. And, you know, was just like, hey, you know, we're supporting you, etc., etc. Now, the boyfriend had said that the granny and the mama and all them is supporting Plastique. Now, earlier, Plastique, it was hooping and hollering, crying on RHOA's shoulder, saying that, you know, she ain't have no support and all this other kind of mess. So, which one is it? Now, Akeria, Diane Carroll, she called it and went over there and told Raja. Of course, good sis Raja gonna call it out because, you know, why would she keep it to herself? That would be too much like right. So, you know, she went on over there and was just like, I'm so tired of this. I'm tired of everything. Like, why is you doing this? Like, people lying. I'm so tired of the fake people. Like, it don't make no sense. Whoop to whoop. And went off on Plastique. Plastique was just like, girl, what's your issue? Tell me what's going on. You know, like a robot. And Akeria was just like, girl, you know what you did. Girls, you know, da-da-da-da. And she was just like, wait a minute. I'm sorry for, like, I love you. You're my Dallas sister. Like, what's going on? Hugged them. Brooklyn crackling in the confessional saying, I can't believe that that Plastique is crying, is apologizing to Raja, but Raja was the one that came at her. I mean, I didn't get it either, but I guess when you're scared, then, yeah, allegedly. So, you know, that happened, and, I mean, is Plastique lying? I don't know. Do I think that they favor Plastique in this competition? Yes, because she's pretty. And which I think this competition is full of pretty black girls. But, you know, because she's... Y'all want me to say it? I was going to say because she's... I was thinking, oh, because she's Asian. And no, it's not because... It's because she's white passing as to why they're going off on her. Now, mind you, the bitch is stunning. The bitch is beautiful. Plastique, for sure. But, I mean... Like I said, you know, 1-2 good looks, and it's just like, okay. But whatever. So, you know, they, you know, was handling that, and it was weird. It was awkward. Raja, she started to get emotional. She was pretty much just mad that Plastique was getting showed so much support and love, and nobody from her camp had, you know, came to congratulate her, etc., etc. Let me see. Does it usually happen when one of the girls do well in the competition, and then they get a phone call home or a video message or something? I don't know how that works, but apparently that's how it works. Apparently, because that's why, you know, she was mad about it. Then all of a sudden, Ganche and Yvie ended up getting into it. I think Yvie was making a comment or was talking, and then Vanjie was saying something, making a comment, talking to somebody. Yvie said something underneath her breath. Vanjie called it out, and that's how the argument started. And, you know, Yvie was getting emotional talking to Vanjie. You could definitely tell that she probably cares more about Vanjie than she does Silky. And so, you know, they was just going back and forth. It was getting real ugly. Yvie ended up getting up and walking off, and Vanjie feels like Yvie is fake, you know, for calling her out and being in her feelings and stuff. And it was weird. It was emotional. Meanwhile, Brooklyn about to cry and rolling around on the floor. She want to sink into the couch like, get out. Because, you know, she ain't used to all these coloreds hooping and hollering around her. So, what else is going on? You know, it was just crazy. I thought Kandi was going to come backstage, but she didn't. What was she going to say? You know, Kandi. I don't even know why they got Kandi for RuPaul's Drag Race, to be honest with you. Candy's very opinionated. You know, she's that girl, but Candy's not. Unless you've been knowing her. No, obviously, we don't know her personally, but, you know, through the show. Been watching Real Housewives of Atlanta for years, etc. Unless you know her, who she is, etc. I think, first of all, I think Candy's a fantastic person. But just our first time meeting Kandi, you probably won't like her. Just because of kind of how cut and dry her personality is, and how she's, you know, very opinionated, but she's won't really, you know, she'll say it with a smile, and, you know, what? I hated it. Okay. It's just like, well, who the hell is you big head girl? But, you know, whatever. Kandi didn't come back there. Didn't nobody come back, and they really needed somebody to break that up this time, because I thought the girls was going to land up in blows. Vanjie got mad. I thought Vanjie and Yvie was going to throw them bows. All my players in the house, if you chasing catch, and you got some bit with a matching with your thigh-high boots and your open toes when you get on the floor. Throw the bows. I thought they was going to throw them bows. I did. But they didn't, and, you know, Raja said her final little goodbyes, you know. She wasn't crying, but she was cool with it. You know, Raja's going to be fine. I think Raja's a fantastic queen. I am still shocked that Sugah Cain is here. Do I like Sugah? Yes. Love Sugah. But I'm shocked that she is still here. Honestly. God is on that child's side. Or somebody. Because I'm really shocked that Sugah Cain is still here. But it is nice to see her improving every single week. That is nice. Oh, child, I don't know, child. Yvie gonna argue, child. Yvie gonna argue herself up to the win, child. I don't know what's gonna happen. It's so all over the place at this point. I don't know who's gonna win. I don't know who's gonna win, to be honest. It's looking like maybe the top 3 could possibly be, just to throw this out there, top 3. I'm gonna say top 5. Top 5, I can see Brooklyn. I can see Yvie. I can see Nina. Silky. And Akeria. Maybe. I'll swap out Nina for Vanjie. Maybe. Who's to say? Who's to say? But I'm going to refer back to this video and see who I said was going to be the top 5 and see if that actually ends up being the top 5. Probably not, but we're going to see. With that said, I'm Mr. Chalaki. Mr. Chalaki on Google+. Follow me at @ThisKidsWorld, Instagram and Twitter. At @ThisKidsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chesking on Facebook. Mr. Chalaki on Cash App and PayPal. Run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned. I'll see you guys later. Share, share, share. Like, comment, comment, comment. Click that notification bell. And I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.